professionally.
Okay.
It was a loss. I don't know when that Yasuo game was. All I know is that he's got one Yasuo game.
Okay.
So, okay, they're going to go for a Yasuo Senna bot lane. Definitely more on the scaling side.
Nice way to show appreciation towards the same fact as Isma's not gone. Video's got to step up to the wave. He's just burnt his flash. He's trying to rush it thinking, nah, I'll be fine. As Isma comes on in, he's got the flash, the flail's out. All he needs is a couple more autos and Video's going to die. That charm off a cooldown and it doesn't matter. First blood comes down. And
when he reset back out onto the map, he obviously went to his top camps. They had information that Isma started bottom because due to that little skirmish, he got level 3s, but they should feel pretty confident trying to force a fight.
With that first dragon going down, at least for SK, we talked about the front to back. That's great as Niski tries to jump on in. He needs a flash ulti here. Kazi and Hylissang have no summoners, but up here now syncing up with Douglas a bit more as well. As Veti has told you, 2 seconds till the grubs come up as Isma launches the prison out. Hylissang might be in trouble. It's a double knock-up as well. Good CC from SK. And Hilly's on a hair's breadth with no summoners from before. Isma flashes and matches and down he goes as Niski sends Douglas on the spot. That ult is something to give him time and it works! How does it work? You don't know until you see it with your eyes. The charm as well, almost catching Dos on the way out, but
no ulti available, of course.
Nor for Photon either. That's going to be a route down onto Dos and it interrupts the charm too. Good pick. Dos can't get out and Video secures a kill while now one grub left behind. SK were able to deny 6 but not 5. So Vitality in the end, spectacular. Despite SK finding that pick before.
There was so much on cooldown for both sides in that exchange that I'm honestly surprised that SK tried to fight that.
Might be dead. I mean, Rumble overheats and there you go. Big bad.
Competitive one, that's for sure. Glad to see both teams butting heads in our first game of this series.
Oh, you'd hope so. I mean, as a best of 3 goes. Again, you know, last split, I feel like it was a bit of a shock in the pan. I remember the Vitality SK.
Oh, I get it.
Herald for Vitality, by the way. That was the cost of 2 dragons as a setup there. Great charm, though. Video might have kill pressure on X-Kick. He stands there, but the quickness shies him away. Is over the wall. What? X-Kick now flashes away. Video getting close. All deception. That was lucky. That was almost a mistake, but because he gets out, I'm not sure if we call it that.
So, I think I understand the idea from X-Kick. It's that my team is right behind me. I should be safe with this Rakan, and I can bait VTO out, which means that we can get a kill. But VTO reacts. It's almost like I say almost like, he's clearly very aware of the collapse. And he just sidesteps it very well.
Good driving.
2 towers secured. Just guarantees this top tower. It's a good position. I mean, this is kind of how pros think, right? You're resetting like, okay, what's the next objective? What are we thinking about? What are we thinking about? And Isma is, which unlocks a lot of options for Vitality. They're going to look towards that tier 2.
Well, actually, it might be in trouble. I mean, Card's going to get taken over the turret. He's just exploded upon center right wall and save his life, and it's a shutdown. Now for the Viol on top of this Zeri. Can they get X-Kick? They can't! They can't kill X-Kick. He kites back in front of his team where Irrelevant is already so tanky. And with a knockback as well, Hilly's up next, and this is the problem. If they get a tank in front and the damage behind, it seems so easy for SK to execute like that.
This is also why Irrelevant earns so much praise.
Oh, yeah.
What a great play from him. Vitality's logic and decision-making there all made sense.
And it'll be 3rd as well. I mean, how's the steal from Douglas? He has to commit all or nothing at all. And nothing is the answer. His teleport by the double's been burned by Vitality.
They may have found a pick.
Again, Photon didn't burn flash last time, though. Equalizes out. Damage on Isma is out. The flash behind him as well. He's still overheating, but he won't get the chance to auto again. Niski sends him up against the wall, and it's a beautiful return from SK, but now they have to get out as Niski is the new target. He won't burn a summoner, but he will burn his light.
But I think they're just going to get it.
Now they see. I mean, where's the damage at 3K? Steal! He does! Keep Vitality nice and strong, but now for the turnaround play, SK have brought in the quickness and Dots in a great spot. Niski's ult with so is Hylissang will take one for the team. It's a double already as they're diving. This turret's still here, and Kazi just has to sit, try and play around with the triple. Already given over to X-Kick, but Video looking for one back. It could be a disaster. SK picking up the Baron, sneaking that from under the thumb, and Vitality are left there chilling with the Dragon coming up in 30 seconds. As Douglas' angle could be huge. He flashes. He's going to cease and desist with the equalizer on top. And Hazaki! X-Kick the target. They just need to finish it off, and finally they do. Vitality all in, and it pays off. 500 grand on red. I think you're getting about at least 250 back with Niski getting
That's
a kill
the
on Douglas to re-engage the flash away. Video's out for the time being, but the quickness there as Photon is burning a light dot, flashes over and will get the kill by himself. It's so messy as SK still have numbers advantage, and Photon is left standing in the midst of the fight. It all erupted, it all just started with a great pick, and as Photon runs for his life, it was messier than my thoughts about breakfast.
Knockup secures a kill back. Iski now too close in range to Photon to allow him to get a kill. Ultimately, though, this should be the soul for SK.
Come back to life. Yes, it will engage while XKick and Niski, the DPS carries are doing it all. Quickness now comes through. Turret goes down. It's the knock-up again, and for Dossi sacrificing his life, but it's all in a good cause. XKick can continue to stand up alongside.
Execute on these fights. Irrelevant is such a monster.
Kazi, well played. Dodges away, and again!
Ooh.
Oh, Kazi with the fancy feet. It's like watching Michael Jackson on Beat It as the last breath gets him out as well. Niski under turret is tanking up as Equalizer follows through. Kazi is still alive, dancing around. If only...
Inevitably gets dived on.
And again, XKick, I mean, it's been hard to kill him as we've seen already. Video's going to try, though. Spirit Rush over the wall. Charm doesn't connect, though. Equalizer is following through, so Vitality have got some good damage up, but Video's almost dead. Dos now looking for him as sending the blade out is good, but Douglas is isolated. And SK, again, it's all these tools used to kill XKick, but they just never be able to finish the job. As Hilly over the wall, it's actually going to be for Video. He's just destroyed for a shutdown. And Vedius, as we keep seeing these fights play out, now it just feels so hopelessly doomed. Card's going to try again, but Irrelevant gets a kill. It's a snipe down on Hilly from afar as well. SK with another. And these team fights are way too out of control. But it feels like Vitality's hand in it has just completely gone.
A very different look for SK. Their early game, they fell behind a little bit, but they played these team fights to perfection. Their team fighting was arguably their weakest point so far this split, but they've cleaned that up coming into game one.
I mean, it's an opener for game one for SK that looks brilliant. Still the resilience here in this game, comp or no comp, as XKick now has to run away. It might not be over yet. There's something going on in there. Seeing Irrelevant now is good as well as Niski gets the shove back. Kazi was too far forward in mid, and he's just going to die. That might open things up. The ult to get him out is a good attempt, but Niski gets the kill.
Irrelevant catching out Kazi and Vitality as they're trying to siege onto that bot tier 2, unlocking the third dragon for them as well.
Niski, as he steps up, I mean, just trying to do the final bit of damage that ends this game. Kazi's going to be tagged down. There's the ulti. He'll get run down here as well. No fancy feed allowed. They just run him through. One mistake and punished well. As SK going forward now with the tanks. Look how easy it is. Trying to deny that is Hillisang and Video kiting back, but in the front line, Photon sits until he's burned himself. Hilly jumped on, and the gap closed from SK is oppressive. The team fighting has been oppressive as well. And to open up this BO3 for our spring playoffs, the LEC say, hey, SK, you got your dancing shoes on today as well. Start us off 1-0.
A bard as well. I mean, so let's just talk about Zilean. Great scaling champion, right? This champion only gets more annoying the later into the game you go. Even on support, this champion can do...
We've been in this place before. The flash was burnt, then he rinsed and repeated it again. So this time, Video going to stand here, flash, but he's way too far forward. Permafrost there, stuns him up, and first blood goes to Niski.
Douglas looking for a dive in top lane. Now, we're getting a bit of a change in the script. Can they make it work?
The Fury bar is there, though, so Irrelevant can heal up a bit. TP defensively. Douglas still going for it. Flashes away and still gets the damage down. Match, though, as Douglas has to burn. The closer they are to level 6, you know, the more this lane is going to go
level
even better.
6 about to be ticked over here. Look, Isma's hovering around.
Said the shuffle back, though. The combo's there. Niski flashes out of respect, and Isma picks up the kill.
Wave. Irrelevant would love to get this farm.
Oh man, he could get level 6 off it as well, but they're not going to give him the chance. Against the wall, has nowhere to go. Isma flashes to try and help out, but Douglas tanks it up. Photon with the next one. Look at the size of the wave. And Vitality with big moves in the top side. That's how they're keeping this early game powerful.
That is a beautiful dive. Big fan of that play from Vitality. Execute level 6.
But Kazi's not. However, under turret, that is very ambitious to continue on. The XKick will just fight fire with fire and try to continue forward while Grubs go on the top side for Vitality. Not losing out too much apart from the plate that XKick's about to pull out.
Kazi now level 6. The gold advantage in favor of XKick thanks to the kill that he was able to find, but poor Irrelevant. We think about his performance in the previous game. XKick, no flash, remember. VTO has him cornered.
Oh, wait, the angle. It's mind games, isn't it? Hang on over the wall. He then follows through Shockwave. Still catches him by the toesies. and Kazi picks up that kill. That's going to feel great considering no one else is in the bottom side. So even despite this volley bear dying before, now his flash up and available. Nisqy for the all-in, but he's gone deep for this. Dagless flashes, smashes him, bear slap to the face. The honey in the wrong tree though, so he gets out of there, but SK don't care. They'll take him down. They'll give themselves another over to still feel like a relevant Photon for in the upper echelon. Maybe you can argue with different top lane performances.
Eyes on the Azir.
Crazy.
Going to be spotted on a ward though, so he should be able to get away to safety.
Maybe it's just SK moving up here, isn't
He's
it?
TP! He's TP!
Onto Photon. Okay, Nisqy gonna get out. That means he's safe, but for Photon, he burnt the flash before. Nisqy could have gone on in himself. He Emperor's Divide for good luck. Somehow DOS gets it with the Ignite, but SK now can deny the 6 grubs, pick them up themselves, and still on the board in an even way, while turret plating is getting traded off for Vitality.
Wow, talk about the great escape. Nisqy draws 3 members bot, then TP's top into a successful gank. Great stuff there by SK.
Yep.
Gonna get the grubs as well, as you highlighted. More plates are gonna be cross-mapped from the side of Vitality as VTO pushes in bot and Kazi pushes in mid. But it's a tense back and forth.
A lot of Monty Python stuff. If anyone doesn't get the reference, just YouTube it, you'll be right. Ulti again, doesn't miss. Betty said it before, doesn't miss, but Chrono Shift means you can't kill Photon for the time being, but they buy their time. There's the flash forward. Isma slows down. Nisqy needs to get in range, and he does with a flash of his own. A 3rd kill. Sometimes words are hard as video might be dove here. DOS is coming on him. Remember, he can turn the turret off as the Cosmic Binding's beautiful. Ignite down as well, but the Shockwave is getting the tail end. Video survived for so long as Isma finally finishes the job, but
only hit onto Isma, which means a lot of damage was lost. Vitality doing the smart play, cross-mapping, unlocking mid, unlocking bot, keeping the overall gold even, but you mentioned it before, a 1k gold lead now for Nisqy. The mid laner has available. Keep your eyes on Dagless. He's going to be the ball delivery system.
good damage. X-Kick took half his HP. Photon might have set up the fight massively. Tempered Fate misses as well on the Dragon at 2k. It's over to Vitality. 5 members
Nice
still here.
shot,
Glacial Prison is into Dagless, and the damage in the backline is big on SK, but on the side, DOS with a Cosmic Binding again, but no one's there to follow through, but it's a bait. It's a ruse. Vitality can't.
Dagless securing that smite.
Ooh, Kazi deep here. No, never mind. You got a zillion with you. So Chrono Shift is actually down as I say that though.
Vitality Jungler gets away with his life. Now it's Photon who is in danger. SK looking to try and collapse, but I don't think much is going to come off the back of that.
Across that Rabadon's death cap we talked about with Nisqy is there. But I want to talk about something super specific. If Kazi will let me, maybe he won't onto X-Kick. He's running forward. Flash away, it's match. X-Kick's dead! That is the Mad Lions AD carry that is represented at Worlds that people feared in EU. That's the man that Vitality can count on.
Kazi, completely unafraid, dives in.
And again, a pick off. SK getting caught with their pants down, and after a double stun, Hilly sets it up. Kazi smacks it down.
Vitality feeling that confidence now. Here comes Isma and Nisqy though, the duo that's found them so many picks.
Oh, but it's a flash from Dagless. They want to engage this one, turn it around, double flash for the bomb from Hilly, but only one connects, and it's onto his own jungler. Now to get out, Dagless doesn't have the ulti, doesn't have the flash. It was burnt before. Nisqy gets a kill. He has to flip on the bottom lane 2v2 as Kazi's running for his life. A good root out, a cleanse out as well. SK with something back here as the Baron's about to spawn.
This could very well just be the Baron for SK. The jungler's dead. They see that Photon is pushing in the top lane, has the TP available. VTO going to get back to base as quickly as possible. There is that one ward on the right, but do they want to gamble TPing to there?
Redemption heals them up. TP is going to be burned. Vitality say we have to do it. Dagless nowhere nearby, so in a 5 versus 4, Vitality are playing second fiddle. Spectators in this game of League of Legends. The Shockwave brings back the carries. Nisqy is the double root. Tempered Fate as well. Baron goes down, but look at the health bars. Irrelevant running into Hilly, but Photon's quickly behind him. Bobbed away. Kazi takes out the jungler. Photon takes out the Croc. Might not be too unhappy about it as on the Dragons. Mine is there. X-Kick and Dots are now in the pit. This is a dangerous spot. Dots has to flash away. X-Kick will have to go over the wall, but Photon's poke is huge. And wait, X-Kick takes it over the wall. Dagless in low range.
Kazi!
And Kazi takes the kill! Why did X-Kick go over? But now with the Chrono Shift, don't think it's over. Don't think it's over. Kazi's coming back alive. He'll get spun out to die, but Photon's still in the fight. As this one's been KO'd from the start to finish. Photon jumps in, gets another kill. The most fed member of Vitality matches the flash. Picks up a double. Matches into the triple. And Vitality not going to say die here in this game, and especially not now with a 4k gold lead. Other Dragon picked up as well, but it might start off a pick here from SK. Under turret, Isma can't finish the job, so he takes all the turret shots. And that might just be the retreat, but Douglas won't let them. He's almost got flash available. Stormbringer there, the slowdown on Deniski. Stormbringer comes through, double stun bomb. Hilly says, yeah, brother, go on in. We've got our whole boys here alongside. Another quick 2 kills, and look at the...
It has a history of getting kited. There's no way you're getting kited by this monster once he gets sped up by the Zillion. You also have the threat of the Resurrect.
No, that can't be right. But we're going to watch it in action. There we go, doing the time warp. Again on Kazi, the flash forward, the shockwave, the dunk down. Vitality are now putting, I think, the supporting staff in this game. Video, who's 0-3 and 10, some fantastic.
Did.
Like, it has been a good series for Kazi, I think, overall. Vitality now putting their money where their mouth is as DOS is caught out. Look, the police siren again. Woo-woo! DOS is dead. Maybe Stormbringer, that's going to help him get out. Douglas is fine. Photon is just fine with the kill, and in a 5 versus 4, the base is now in tatters for SK.
I love how Hilly uses the heal just to help his AD carry close the gap. He's like, oh, you need a movement speed? Let me help out.
Nice times with the Crypto Bloom.
Hang on a minute.
Isma on the backside. No, don't 50-50! Don't 50-50! The flash over, they get out as videos like, hang on, give me my money back. Onto X-Kick and Isma, the ball's out of range. Niski going forward, TP to save their lives as well. Photon chasing after them. Renekton's there, irrelevant. Taking the front line, Redemption helping out with the Chrono Shift. Revives Photon. Hold on a second, we're doing the sequel.
The shield bow also picked up for Execute.
Woo! Out of range. Wow, he's fast! Oh my god! Don't mess with the police!
On top of him, and he becomes the fast. Remember, they can still dive.
They can indeed. QSS going to be used with
Here they go.
They turn off the turret. It's Douglas, but he's taking up damage. Tempered Fate buys time, though, and that means the turret is back on. What an ulti from DOS! As X-Kick running forward. Kazi, though! The flash with the shockwave combo! Oh my god! Kazi now free-throwing. He's got the time warp on him. He's got everything on him. We are definitely setting up Kazi for success on Vitality. 12, 1, and 5. It looked like support diff from DOS. It looked like SK were able to stall that out and start bringing the game further back. But Vitality now that they've got all pieces of the puzzle there.
It's on to 3. The ultimate very early from Kazi doesn't really do much.
Desire for the time being. Photon. Not going to get caught out, no. Tempered Fate used, though. SK get him against the wall. Isma tanking up for now. X-Kick, ulti's out. The lightning surges. Photon's dead. Oh, he's dead. Irrelevant now chasing after Video. Won't find the pick towards that Baron, remember. All they have to do is walk towards the pit, but they don't want a 50-50. Is through the choke here. Isma sets on up. Douglas gets the bell on top. Ding, ding, round 2 over to Irrelevant, while Niski is now face first in this brush, flushes away again.
Here comes Kazi.
Kazi runs forward, but Tempered Fate locks him in place, but SK choose the other angle, go for the bottom of the fight. Kazi gets the root down onto Niski at the top there. Douglas, Stormbringer's out, Video caught in the middle. SK a front to backing with Irrelevant, taking up the damage, but DOS versus Kazi won't win out. Kazi is a machine.
Going back to base. It's going to be uncontested. Okay. The Baron is secured. Vitality.
Man can't keep up.
Is he overstepping, though? He's alone here. No Orianna.
Oh, you're right. Irrelevant Dominus used onto Kazi. He's got summoners available with the Feathers fly first. Watch this. Zaya stepping up again. Video gives him shielding. No one attacking him for now. The roots come through. Kazi at half HP. The rest of the fight going through. Niski shoves back by space. But again, Kazi running forward without a care in the world. X-Kick trying is over the wall onto Irrelevant. Douglas going to take this chase, but observers go to the right side. I want to see what else is happening as a big chunk gets taken out. Vitality run through mid. They've gotten the solo laners 3 versus 5 finally. Is this it?
It's a shockwave that connects. That's enough to end the reign of SK. We're gonna go to a 3rd game. Kazi continues to decimate his opposition, and SK will fall at the hands of Vitality as they bring us to 1-1.
A performance on Zion. Top lane Rek'Sai is oppressive. Well, they've been one of
Twisted Fate
rounds it
top
out.
lane.
It must be, right? You said the Jace can go mid.
It looks like it's going to be there. A lot of AD damage. Hilly as well. I don't think he played Rakan in game 1. But now look at how they utilize this early pressure. DOS level 2, he can fight Douglas.
I mean, feeling confident, jumps on in, but remember, he has no summoners. He's going to get knocked up. Permafrost's going to be there, and he's dead. First blood over to Vitality. That said, it's huge for the 2v2, because DOS had nothing to use.
You're quite right. What a blunder from SK.
It might not be done.
Wait, I don't
Twisted
think...
advance out of the shock blast, but it doesn't matter either. SK with a trade onto Hilly with a low health bar. X-kick flashes, but Hilly's out. Doesn't burn his own. It's now for the permafrost, for the double. It's there, but it's a trade-off. Second skin is the one
to get interrupted, so he ends up never getting to use it. Then they engage onto Douglas, but remember, Kazi only level 2, doesn't have that much damage. We come back to live.
We're just going again. Hookshot, walkshot to get out. Niski was the target, then Douglas turns, but 3 members of SK are here as he engaged from Hilly. Sets on up for the dunk down from the Jace. Dots again. Won't be taken down, and he is. Second down.
Kazi primarily going to be playing on the weak side in this game, pretty much as he has throughout this series.
Up about 10, 12 CS. I mean, it's been really nice to see the early game for Vitality working out in their favor.
Control ward and W's away to safety. 3 things at once.
Do that. We got a 2v2 again. Destiny going to be used. Numbers advantage going to be gained here by Vitality, and SK walking to this after they just burned the Azir ulti is a rookie error. Douglas still going to die as DOS flies on in, but a double or over to Video, and once again Vitality are going to be happy to have a fed Jace. Give him a triple, and 4.
Vitality looking strong. Dragon, 40 seconds. You imagine this will be the next objective as both supports run into each other once again.
But they've got Douglas by their side. I mean, Vitality are fine with this. Onto DOS. Remember, it's a level 4 Camille. What is he doing here? Isolated. A big mistake. And, I mean, Hilly's moving with his jungler. DOS is just moving.
That is his 4th death of the game. This Camille is not having the impact that SK wanted. And now the pressure is really starting to mount. Hilly with the ults.
The flash in, the all-in. Isma's coming in, but second fiddle. The ulti finally comes through and hits, but as Hilly tries to avoid away, eventually the kill goes over. It becomes a trade, but Video still looking for this.
Getting summoners out of Niski, but that's because he didn't get a chance to move. DOS now. That ward is not allowed!
It is not. You know that the Sejuani's nearby. Well, Dragon's being done. Irrelevant at least seems to be the reset on top wave. Moving in first. Hilly just poking his nose in, seeing what he can gather. I mean, DOS standing there. Are they cheering for the 6th death of this Camille? We'll see. He's got level 6, but remember, he just used the quickness. Destiny. Not up and available. Destiny, as you mentioned. This could be the fight that secures him onto the next round for Vitality. Another sting into SK's side. The Mega Blast Cone for Photon will not be taken. And a gold card at his side holds on. The Grub's still sitting there as they want to steal for 1. They won't, though. 5 at the very least for SK. The shock blast on the X-kick. Well, that's deja vu again, isn't it? As all 6 Grubs go over.
Yeah. But still finding impact, and that's the most crucial thing. Now Hilly looking for impact of his own.
Quickness and flash available. There's the Glacial Prison used under Irrelevant. He's a tank, but sniped out is DOS again. How much is he worth as a full dive from the Killer Instinct from Kazi? Sets up to kill Irrelevant, but he's tanky enough. Herald on the bot side is what we're looking at because they're doing spins, loop-de-loops, trying to get some gold back into SK's pockets. And they eventually will with Niski, but Vitality still break open top. Get first turret of the game, get themselves another kill. And
should be unlocked. Hilly with some nice cover, providing some vision for Photon, makes this a very safe play, even though the rest of his team isn't really putting pressure anywhere else on the map.
And Vitality looking for a little bit more. Whoa, no. Glacial Prison, I've seen this before. DOS is 1-7-2, and while Hilly made the Camille look extra broken, DOS is looking broken inside.
We'll turn our attention to mid. Vitality setting up the siege.
Do it again. Irrelevant, not tanky enough to deal with someone like Video, and Kazi even X-kick over the wall. Killer Instinct not available just yet, so there's no chase, but more kills go down.
So I'll start by giving context on the TP. That may have looked questionable, but basically SK had decided that they were giving up the objective, and so Niski wanted to try and get ahead of the play. Kazi forced to flash.
Hextech ultimatum. DOS setting up nicely this time. Under turret, though, it's a bit deep. Running forward, it's a good shutdown for X-kick, though. It's like X-kick, Niski. I mean, get into the backline, like we talked about, not only the range, but there's huge dive and gap close.
It's so easy to find picks on side, and also you've got to remember, Kazi can just W out of nowhere, then he comes in as well. A Rakan has so much mobility.
Like this, right?
Exactly what we're seeing on our screens.
And TP's trying to match it, but gold card comes through. There's already a bit of damage to start off from Vitality. And remember the auto attacks I said from Photon. He's just whittling down DOS. Gold card and Video takes the kill. Now for the quickness, the dive in still gets the charm. The all in the defensive position from SK, trying to get under the sun turret. Won't be enough either. Vitality know how to go, and they ain't stopping for SK in this series.
I'm so grateful that Vitality get to demonstrate exactly how their comp works. You try to push in a side lane, and it's so easy for them to collapse. It helps that they also had that control in mid. They rotate up towards top. Hilly now trying to keep Isma away. No Baron steals today.
Well, X-Kick can at least try maybe for the fight as Isma gets down and dirty, but the ulting from X-Kick doesn't connect. There's the W stack as well. Kazi wants to dive on him.
Collapses that we've been seeing from Photon. This has been a really great team effort and a good utilization of...
You know, for SK to bring this game back from what is a bit of a deathbed, a game that is probably going to move them into the lower bracket at this point, seems so much more difficult. The Dragon stacking was there early. Video is here right now. The jump on in, trying to kill Video, but he flashes away, and the shock blast from downtown. It's an insult. Probably not.
Photon level 15 right now. It's just an absolute menace on a side lane, and this is the disadvantage of these teamfight comps.
Yeah.
It's so difficult to win these like skirmishes, these 1v1s, 2v2s, and Vitality just playing the map.
Got the 80 carry, Cleanse comes out, the Ensko marching again, down one by one. They find themselves a cheeky Hilly in the front line, but the damage ain't there as DOS is not willing to commit either. Gold card from Photon.
We can see two members from SK trying to push. They're trying to put some pressure down onto VTO. He's going to hold them off. They'll lose that tower, but that's fine.
They might lose the game, Vedius, because VTO can 1v2.
There's no TP available for Irrelevant.
SK, are you ready to go to the lower bracket?
VTO's got to stop the backs.
Flashes on in. I think the answer might be yes. Vitality again going forward as a big shutdown goes to DOS to try and buy the game. Isma also finds Hilly, but Kazi still here. The Zaya that could. Excuse me, it's a Kaiso.
VTO now in a 2v1.
Brain today, but maybe there's some there for SK. Video against the wall, bops back onto Irrelevant. The kill's not there at the shutdown. They're still trying in the bot lane, by the way. Vitality are not giving up so easily.
I mean, Kazi's just throwing the poke out as much as he can. But SK, I mean, they get thrown a lifeline. Vitality go for a very greedy...
Wait, Niski will dive. Wait, no he doesn't.
Okay. Just really impressive stuff. I was concerned for Vitality after the first game. I was like...
Hylissang quickly dodges as Photon ghosts out of the way. That's a big team fighting ult, but for Vitality, remember, they can reposition. They can dive as DOS took so much damage from the W, and Irrelevant is getting poked down, auto down. Photon just won't stop. Irrelevant re-engages and dies. Kazi just presses W, and down he goes. I mean, it's so annoying to play against this comp, Vedius.
It really is. Photon is able to find that pick. Kazi finishing up the kill. They're going to break another tower. An inhibitor is sure to follow. Will they go for the Nexus? They know they have the numbers advantage here. They're catching the bot wave to help escort another wave in.
Look at this, look at the poke. Kazi as well, he's got that upgraded W, so it comes every 2 seconds. Niski at half HP, the poke follows through from Video as well. Another one hits, another one. Call DJ Khaled, I think he's seen another one. Kazi gets Isma, and Vitality get the Nexus turret. X-Kick finally ultis, but Hilly re-engages. Quickness not there, DOS baited in, poked down, almost one shot. Niski gets the ulti onto Photon. That keeps the defense going as Dackless as well is trying to bide his time, but X-Kick keeps the game going. Gets Video, which keeps the ult going. He jumps forward, the engage is there. Triple for X-Kick. SK are not dead yet. There are no Nexus turrets. You're playing against a twisted fate. It is difficult. There's the Hopium. The base he goes, Betty.
The poke from Vitality is ruthless. And they're
dodged.
Attacking this final.
Grasp.
Oh,
they're in. Irrelevant finds himself a knockup on a Kazi. Killer instinct used. Okay, there we go. Wait, where's he going? Backdooring. Running onto the Nexus. Niski trying to stop it, shove him in, but he flushes away. Photon's got it. He's got it. What a way to end the series. To move on in the upper bracket, Vitality knock down SK.